Citizens of the nation, what is going on, y'all? Your dude Sly here, and welcome back to another Sly Nation Cyberpunk 2077 news video. My last news video was made back when the devs at CDPR announced the official delay for the game, and things have been relatively quiet since then. But over the past few weeks, a couple of new tidbits have been popping up around the net, and they're worthy of passing around. So strap yourselves in for another Cyberpunk news video. As we all know, 2077 has officially been delayed from April 2020 to September 17th of 2020. Most just assumed they needed more time polishing the game, and in this day and age, fans actually don't mind the extra wait. As other games have shown us, quickly produced or underdeveloped games that release on a publisher schedule rather than when the devs think it's ready, those are two completely different things, and money usually gets its way. So games get released, sold to recoup the publisher's investment, and then havoc sweeps over their dev company while publishers sit back laughing at the money coming in. Over the years, this has worn thin on the gaming community, and gaming studios, along with publishers, are now applauded for delaying or holding back games in order to finish them properly. Also, some games such as MMOs, open world RPGs, action-adventure open world games, these type of games made today with today's engine and expectations are so highly technical and complex that when you follow a game, its news, and its timeline, you can kind of get a sense of if the game will be delayed or if more time is needed. And most of us pretty much felt that with Cyberpunk 2077. But now we know exactly why, a mix of two reasons. According to various game articles out there, the links of which are down below by the way in the description box, Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed due to two reasons, both of which have to do with consoles. It's important to take these as rumors though, the sodium chloride rules apply here. According to Polish gaming insider, lovingly called the Jason Schreier of Poland, a man by the name of Boris Nispilak, Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed due to the lack of power in the original consoles. Or I guess you can call them this generation of consoles, the Xbox One and PS4. But it seems like the Xbox One is where the real headache lies. You might remember back when even The Witcher 3 was about to be released, just days before it launched, it also received a big downgrade on consoles in order to beef up performance. According to Boris's sources, performance on the Xbox One is quote-unquote extremely unsatisfactory. CD Projekt Red's official statement tells us the delay is for bug location, bug squashing, more polishing time, etc., which I'm sure there is no doubt that that's happening, but there could be more to it. Even as an Xbox fan, guys, I have to concede that the original Xbox One is pretty weak. Most games that play great at 1080p on the PS4 ended up having to be downgraded to like 900p on Xbox. Or instead of resolution downgrade, other things had to be cut, such as filtering, textures, God rays, draw distance, etc. I'm assuming that it's taking a lot more time to try and make the game look as good as possible while cutting the least amount of detail out. I also doubt that they would lower the resolution to anything but 1080p, because when you start to squish resolution, your point of view zooms in as well, and I doubt they want that to happen. Things must be going fairly well on the PS4 side of things though, as the article doesn't really say much about them. There are also rumors that the next-gen consoles are adding more work to the table as well, which I'm sure that's probably true in some sense, but since both next-gen consoles, are running almost equal architectures and components, pretty much PC-like, I don't think it would be that hard to get the PC version over to the new consoles, so I doubt they're putting as much pressure as the article mentions. Moving over to our next topic, guys, a new NPC has been teased by Cyberpunk's outspoken creator Mike Pondsmith. In a recent article, Pondsmith reminisced about a campaign he thoroughly enjoyed for the 2077 board game version. It's called Machiko's Night Out. Machiko is an 18-year-old girl who happens to be the daughter of one of the more powerful CEOs in the Cyberpunk universe. Machiko is the daughter of the Arusaka Corporation CEO, and her companion is the appointed bodyguard. The campaign tells a story of Machiko and her bodyguard running around Night City getting into trouble. Mike Pondsmith likens Machiko to Battle Angel Alita meets Girl Genius. Eventually, another NPC is introduced as well, a man by the name of Adam Smasher. And if you watched my Cyberpunk 2077 history lesson video, which I made a lot of months ago, I briefly talked about Adam Smasher, who he is, and a brief history. But according to Mike Pondsmith, Machiko is alive in the 2077 version of the game, and it seems like he's pushing for her to make appearance within the actual video game as well. Which leads to our next thing to talk about, Street Stories. Now, we've talked about Street Stories as well, Street stories will kind of be like side quests that take you all over the city and kind of show you the ropes of the game, but through the lens of missions. I would say they're probably, akin to Destiny 2's adventures. In any case, thanks to a recent article, we now know that there will be a total of 75 hand-tailored street stories to take on within Night City, a way to explore the city, get to know characters and areas while leveling up your own character. Now this is on top of passive layer quests throughout the vendors, and that's not really the campaign. In the same article featured on comicbook.com, John Mamai, a developer for CDPR, talked about the graphics and the engine within Cyberpunk 2077. He stated that the trailers do not do the game justice, as just recently they added real-time global illumination, and it's been introduced and has made so much more of a difference, the game more believable, and just that much more beautiful. On top of it all, a 3D audio system has also been introduced that tracks your character in real time, delivering sound in a brand new way. The graphics and audio is said to be more breathtaking than anything we've seen so far, according to Mamai, which I personally am kind of eager to check out. Alright guys, so moving on to the final two things to talk about here. The first one, a new trailer and the recent viral outbreak in Asia. The Taipei Game Show is one of Taiwan's biggest gaming events, and there has been credible rumors about a brand new trailer that was to be shown for Cyberpunk 2077 at the new game show. Well, due to the spread of the disease, the show has been postponed, and following that, so has the trailer. We have yet to hear of a date when the show will return, or when the trailer will debut next, or at what event. And finally, moving on, let's talk about the Xbox Game Pass. Personally, out of all of the subscription-based services out there, there are only really a few of them that are worth it, and the Xbox Game Pass is without a doubt probably my #1 contender. There are quite a few games to play, but the big part is the type of games. The Game Pass is not a list of 500 indie games no one has ever heard of, like Killer Tomato versus Banana Boy. I mean, these are AAA top-tier games like Metro Exodus, The Outer Worlds, Final Fantasy 15, Wolfenstein, Youngblood, Master Chief Collection, Tomb Raider, and so much more. Well, according to a new rumor posted on social media, which was quickly deleted, Xbox Game Pass is set to host Cyberpunk 2077. Like I said, that post was near immediately deleted, but the reason why this is gaining traction is that it was posted from an official Xbox account, not just some made-up name or some hardly known leaker. However, I kind of have my doubts, as Cyberpunk is just too big of a game to be handed out like that. Why buy the game from CDPR when you can play it on the Game Pass, which if you've never subscribed to before, can be had for as low as $1 for the first few months, which is an incredible deal. No, that's just too much money lost. And with a game that takes this long and that's this big, that expensive to create, CDPR needs to recoup its money. So while this rumor may be fantastic and, awesome to hear, and it was started by an official source, I myself, along with Game Rant, believe that it was posted in error. But that is about it, y'all. The only other little tidbit of news out there is that Cyberpunk 2077 is projected to sell over 15 million copies of the game. This prediction came from a renowned analyst named Michael Proctor, who later adds that if CDPR can pull a Metacritic score of at least a 97, the game could double that up to 30 million copies. I'm not sure if that's over the lifetime, the first year, decade, or what. The article fails to say. So, that's all I have for you guys. As always, thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting Sly Nation. Cyberpunk 2077 is one of those games that I've been tracking for quite some time, and I absolutely cannot wait to get my hands on it and check it out for myself. I read the comments on a couple of my older news videos, and I've seen that a handful of you out there aren't quite so enthused about the game, at least not so enthused as I am, and unsure if you'll even play it. Is that still the case? Let me know down below. Anyways, I'm out of here, nation. Keep being awesome, and if you're new to my channel, then welcome, my friend. Glad you found your way here, and be sure to subscribe for plenty more Cyberpunk 2077 news videos, as well as other videos, including Destiny 2 guides, Anthem videos, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, BioWare games in general, Star Wars, and so much more. Smack the thumbs up or down if you liked, loved, or hated the game, and be sure to keep those eyes open for more videos coming out here soon. But until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll catch you all in the next one.